Welcome to this session. Today we will go through a very simple and very useful exercise. I've been practicing this for a few hours now, and I thought it's really helpful to share this with other students who are trying to learn and improve in their classical music. This particular exercise is an initial exercise taught to students among alankarams, but I'm taking you through some applications of this particular exercise. It will help you to improve your timing. Firstly, in how you can fit one note, two notes, four notes, etc. into a beat. And secondly, the more important aspect of today's learning is within this section where I'm trying to fit four notes into a beat, you will see how this can sound different depending on how we split the notes and how it sounds different depending on how we give the emphasis. So I know it sounds confusing, but let me take you through the whole session. So the first aspect is choosing the Thalam. So I've chosen a very simple Thalam which is called Tisra Triputa Thalam, which has got 7 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's Tisra Triputa Thalam. And the first aspect of our learning is putting one note into each of these beats, which is a fairly simple exercise. The second aspect would be to put two notes into each of these beats, which is again simple but yet slightly more tricky. And the third aspect is learning to put four notes, and again there are two aspects of learning within this. So we are going to choose Mayamalava Gaula Ragam, which is our starting ragam in Carnatic music, which has got Ri and Dha as the flat notes or the common notes, and Ma is also the smaller version of the Ma. So we are going to use C as our scale today. So the first aspect of this exercise is trying to put one note into this beat. Sa re ga ma. Okay, and the pattern continues. Let's do that with the Thalam. Sa re ga ma re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga pa ma ga re sa. So that's fairly a simple exercise. I'm sure you can do that without any difficulty. And a lot of students, even in their learning phases, okay, we are learning this Saptatala Alankaras, and we learn one Alankaram in which we learn this and we think we have learned this Alankaram and we move on. But as with all these basic exercises in Carnatic music, you need to come back to these exercises and try and make it harder for you, and that's the way you will learn more. So the second aspect of this exercise is trying to put two notes into each of these beats. Sa re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga pa ma ga ri sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga pa ma ga ri sa. So I just did that twice. but basically you're singing 2 notes in each of these beats. So sa ri ga ma ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga sa. So when you're doing it in Thalam, sa ri ga, so sa ri will be in one beat and ga sa will be in the next beat. So when you need to write it down in blocks of 2 2 2 like that. The third aspect of this exercise today is to put 4 notes in each of these beats. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 takka Dhi Mi 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 sa ri ga ma ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da. So one way you can do is just give a bit of emphasis where you have this beat. So sa ri ga ma ri ga ma pa da ma pa da ni sa ni da ba ni da ma da ba ma ga pa ma ga ri ma sa ri ga ma pa da ma pa da ma pa da ni sa ni da ba ni da ba ma da ma ga pa ma ga ri ma ri. Okay, the next aspect of this exercise is the most challenging, but it will help you to get an understanding of the note positions. And why do I say this? For example, if I am asking you to sing sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ni, you'll be able to sing that fairly easily because there's a clear pattern to that. Sa ri ga and then sa ri ga ma pa like that. But if you are grouping them into groups of 4 and writing, so you're using the same pattern, sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da, but you're grouping them into groups of 4. So like I have written here, sa ri ga sa, ri ga ma pa ga ma da ma pa da ni. So that forms the first line. So if you're to sing in groups of 4, the same thing, but it will sound quite different. Okay, let's try that. Takka Dhi Mi 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 takka Dhi Mi. Sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni. So you can here see how it sounds different. Although I'm saying sa ri ga ma pa, it sounds quite different. Sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni. Sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni. Pa da ni sa ni da ba ni da pa ma da ba ma ga. Okay, do the first 2 lines again. Sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni sa ni da ba ni da pa ma da ba ma ga. Pa ma ga ri sa ri ga ma pa. And the last 2 lines. Ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni ba da ni sa ni da ba. Ga ma pa da ma pa da da ni sa ni da ba. Ga ma pa da ma pa da da ni sa ni da ba. Okay, so you can learn each of those 4 notes individually and practice with the Thalam. It's like ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni ba da ni sa ni da ba, and combine them. Yeah. Ga ma pa da ma pa da ni sa ni da ba ni da ba ni da ba ma ni da ba ma da ba ni da ba ma da ba ni da ba ma da ba maga pa magari 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 za. Nida pa madaba maga pa magari 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 za. Nida pa madaba maga pa maga. Nida pa madaba maga pa magari 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 za. Nida pa madaba maga pa magari 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 za. Likewise, practice this exercise in various speeds using the metronome so that you get a firm idea of the timing, and you'll also get a very good understanding of the swarasthanas. You'll be able to flit between two notes very easily, and all this will be very important when you want to advance in your learning and sing improvised music, etc. And this is not just limited to Mayamala Gaula Ragam. You can practice this in other ragas as well. And we'll go through some similar exercises in future videos. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.